Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I made this Liyue house from Genshin Impact. Hoyoverse puts a lot of time and effort into designing their regions, and Liyue is no exception. In fact, Liyue probably has the most time and effort put into it out of all of the regions. Since it was released alongside Mondstadt, I wasn't playing the game at the time, it made sense to make a house from Liyue next. This one is specifically called the Solitary Retreat, and for the life of me I could not find an example of it in the world of Teyvat, hence why I had to use the version found in the teapot for this video. This house starts off with a foam base. I went ahead and scribed in where I would need to cut off camera as it was a little bit annoying to do, and then proceeded to cut the base free. And this time I didn't even cut anything off accidentally. Taking the same MDF board that I used for the Mondstadt house, I mix up some goop with some model dirt and slather that on before pressing the base into the base. Off camera, because I seriously am not going to show that on screen, I made all of the faces of the house out of more foam. This house is being made to 28mm scale size, and I took great care in making sure that everything was even and nothing turned out wonky at all. Off camera I made the chimney out of more pieces of foam and then covered with cardboard because I prefer to learn from my mistakes, usually, and then begin slathering the walls with watered down modelling paste, which I then stipple with a sponge to add a stone-like texture. The base of the roof is made out of cardboard, which again I'm adding off camera because that took way too long to do, and then I start adding the wooden details to the walls. I picked up some corrugated paper specifically for this craft because it looks like the shingles used on the roof. I then start painstakingly cutting the corrugated paper to size and then gluing it to the roof. This didn't take as long to do as the shingles did on the Mondstadt house, but it still took a while. I add the finishing details to the roof and then prime everything white. As you can see, the primer ate away at the foam a little bit, but most of it gets covered by the paint, so I'm not worried. The walls receive an almost white grey, followed by a stippling of dark grey, a watered down black wash, and then another light grey dry brush. All of the wood, and I mean all of the wood, either receives a dark brown or a lighter brown, and then a much lighter brown dry brush on top. It's not entirely visible on camera, but it is there. The dirt receives a pretty ugly brown if I'm being completely honest, followed by a brown wash that helped make it look a lot better, and then a light brown dry brush on top. Moving on to the roof, it receives a light blue, followed by some dark blue streaks, then a watered down dark blue wash, and then a very heavy-handed light blue dry brush. I then add some watered down green paint into some spots. I suppose this is to mimic the look of algae or something, I don't know. The wood details on the roof are then painted the exact same way as the walls were. Time for the finishing details. The windows and the doors are made out of painted pieces of cardboard that have been cut to size. I build a frame around two of the windows and add the shingles on top to make this sort of sloped roof thing. I'm not an architect. Next up was the Juyun chilies, really hope I'm saying that correctly. I roll out 3 little balls of red clay, attach some green leaves to the bottom of them, and then attach them to a brown stick that I rolled out of clay and baked. From there it's just a case of placing the windows and doors and the chilies. And with that, it's finished. Thank you for watching. I guess it's safe to say that this will become a series on my channel. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this one a little bit sooner than my other series. But no promises, I think you know me well enough by now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, have a good one.